My name is Rick, and right there is my 10-year-old son Rocco for one last week as he turns 11 next week. Here at the Perfect Game Thanksgiving Day Invitational in California, here at Great Park in Irvine, getting ready to face off against Covina Baseball Club Elite here in the first game of pool play. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am once again on a ladder, and luckily there's no net today, so here we go. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Thank you so much. All right, we are getting ready to get started here. Cody is on the bump, and the first pitch of the game is down and in for ball one. Here's the 1-0, up high, ball two. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We have many more people watching than are subscribed. Love to see you join our family here at GoPro Rocco. Let's see the 2-0 pitch. Right there, strike one, good pitch, Cody. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and hit in the air, and that's gonna get down into left field. It is picked up by Liam, I believe, and thrown in, and that young man starts off the game with a double. Nice hit, 36. Here we go. I think that was actually Ivan there in left field. Here's the first pitch of the new batter off the plate, ball one. Here's the 1-0, off the plate again. And the runner is going to go three, and he's going to be there safely as the ball gets by Brody, I believe, who's catching. 3-1, up for ball four, and that young man works a walk. We're going to have first and third. New batter, first pitch, right there, strike one, runner goes, they throw. And he's safe as we reach for the tag instead of going straight to the base. He was hosed there, and that's going to score a run on the throw to second. 3-1, off the plate, ball four. Runner goes three, and he's safe on the bobble there by Brody. And we've got first and third again with no outs. Here's new batter, first pitch, I'm sorry. Gets by Brody, and Cody doesn't cover. That's going to be two runs, and 24 takes second base. Still no outs. Here's a second pitch, hit in the air. And going for it is center field, and it finds grass. Runner at third base, and he's going. And we hold the ball, and he is going to take home plate for the third run. And number three sneaks in a second on the throw. So that's a base hit and an RBI. We got to get rid of the ball. Okay, Danny comes in to pitch now. Nobody out. Runner on second base. 3-0 here in the top of the first. First pitch. Up high, ball one. 3-1. Up and in, ball four. I guess that wasn't. Oh yeah, it is ball four. Here we go. New batter, first pitch. Swung on and missed, strike one. Good pitch, Danny. 0-1, up and in, ball one. They pick, and he's going to be out if we can get the tag down to the base, but we reach for him again, and he's safe. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, runner goes three. And he's out there, all right. Runner from first does take second base, so that is one out. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Oh, I'm sorry. That was strike three. My bad. So that is two outs. New batter here. First pitch. Up high, ball one. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And they get out of it when Danny comes in. Let's go to the bottom of the first. All right, Weston steps in to lead it off for LMB. First pitch. Up high, ball one. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Going for it is left in center field, and it finds grass. I'm sorry, right in center field. Finds grass, and Weston starts us off with a base hit. All right, Brody steps in now. First pitch to him. Inside, almost gets him, ball one. Pick again. And Weston is picked off. They've got him in a pickle, thrown back to first and back towards second, and I think the ball hit him in the back. He's going to be safe there at second base. So good job, way to extend that and let them make a mistake. Good job. 2-1 pitch, swung on and hit in the air to the left side. Left fielder going for it, and it's going to be down, and it sounds like it's fair, and Weston is going to score. Brody's going to have himself a double. That makes the score 3-1. Nice hit, Brody. Ryan steps in now with Brody at second base. First pitch to him. Swung on and missed on the curveball. Strike one. 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded at second base. Thrown over to first for out number 1. Brody does advance to third base. Here we go. Hudson steps in now. First pitch. Swung on and hit well. And caught there in left field. Brody tags, and he is going to be safe. So that's a sac fly from Hudson, and it is 3-2 now. First pitch to Danny. Off the plate, I thought, but it's called strike 1, outside corner. Here's the 0-2. Curveball called, strike 3. Danny goes down on 3 strikes looking. And we're going to the top of the second. All right, top of the second now. Danny's still in to pitch. First pitch from him is swung on and hit up the middle. Nate dives, but it gets under his glove. And that young man starts out the second inning with a base hit. Good swing. First pitch up for ball 1. Here's the 1-0, up and in, over his head, gets by the catcher. They throw, and good try, but the ball comes out and he's gonna be safe there at second base. 2-1 pitch, outside ball, runner going 3, and he's gonna be safe there at third base. Sorry, 3-2, wow, late on the record, but that is strike 3, good job Danny, that's 1 out. New batter, first pitch, swung on and fouled back, strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit to the left side. Up. And I didn't see it, but LJ makes the play. Must have been good. Hopefully it will be on the drone. Nice job, LJ. 2 outs. New batter, first pitch. Swung on, fouled into Brody's mask for strike 1. Here is the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Danny gets out of it, puts up a 0. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Here we go. In steps my 10-year-old son, Rocco. Rocco turns 11 in 1 week. First pitch, hit in the air. And no catch as it hit the net. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. They fielded at shortstop, throw to first. And he's going to be put out there. Good try, Rocco. It's a little bit off the end of the bat. Here we go, 1 down. Declan steps in now. First pitch to him. Outside ball, or I'm sorry, right there, strike 1. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed in the dirt. And they pick it up. And he's going to be safe, but not sure. I feel like he might have kicked that ball. But he is safe. All right, here we go. All right, Ivan steps in now. Declan on first base. First pitch to him is off the plate, past the catcher. Declan should be going, and he is. He'll take second base. Here's the 1-0. Down and past the catcher again. Declan going 3. And he is going to take third base. That is the tying run there on third base. Here we go. 3-1. Off the plate again, ball 4. Ivan works a walk. First and third now. First pitch to Liam. Off the plate ball, and we're going to take second base. Going home is Declan, and he's going to be there, tying the game up, and Ivan's at second. 1-0 to Liam. Swung on, hit well to shortstop, who picks it, throws third. And they're going to get him there at third base. So Liam hits into a fielder's choice. They get Ivan trying to advance to third, and that's 2 outs. Okay, so LJ steps in now. First pitch to him. Swung on and hit in the air. Right side. Foul into the fence. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit well. And that's going to be a gapper. That is going to roll a long way on these giant fields. I don't see it. There it is. And that's going to score Liam. LJ is going to be in there at second base. Nice hit, LJ. That takes the lead. Good job. LJ at second base now. Nate stepping in. New pitcher for Covina Baseball. First pitch. Right there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. And that's going to get through the 5-6 hole. LJ is going to hold at third base there. Nate's got a base hit. Good job, Nate. Attaboy. All right, Weston steps in now. First pitch to him. Swung on, hit up the middle. High fly ball caught. And that is going to be 3 outs. So score is 4-3. Let's go to the top of the third. Here we go. All right, top of the third here. These games go an hour and 40 minutes or 6 innings. First pitch is low, ball 1. And the 3-0. Up and in again, ball 4. That's a walk. New batter here. First pitch from Danny. Right there, strike one, good pitch. 0-1, that gets him right in the arm. Ouch. He pops back up. I think he's gonna be okay. We got first and second with no outs. New batter, first pitch. Right there, strike one, good pitch, Danny. 0-2 again. Swung on, hit well to the left side, and that gets by third base into left field. Ivan picks it up and throws it in. That's a base hit. We got bases loaded with no outs. New batter, first pitch. Up high, ball one. 3-1. Up high, ball four. That's a walk, and it scores a run. Score tied at 4 here in the top of the third. All right, new batter, still no outs. Here's the first pitch. Just off the plate, ball. 3-0. Ball four, walks another one and walks in another run. Here we go, 4-pitch walk. All right, new batter. First pitch. High, ball one. 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball four. Third straight walk, walks in another run. I believe it is 6-4 now. Okay, Weston comes into pitch now. Still no outs, bases loaded. First pitch. Hit in the air. And Ryan makes a catch there. Good job, Ryan. In foul territory, I believe. So that is 1 out. Good job, Weston. 1 pitch, 1 out. All right, 1 out now. New batter, first pitch. Off the plate, ball one. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to LJ, who's going to go home with it. And they get the out there and save a run. That is 2 outs. Good job, Weston. Way to get a ground ball. New batter, first pitch. Swung on, hit in the air over the head of Hudson. It's going to get down in the outfield. That's scoring 2 as they pick it up, throw it in. Runner rounds third, throw home. Nope, they're going to hold it. That's a 3-run double from number 8. Nice swing. Here we go, 2 outs. New batter, first pitch. Up, ball one. Runner goes third base, uncontested. 3-0 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. LJ does glove it. Picks it up, throws to 1. And Ryan misses it there on the low throw. Gets a glove on it, but can't squeeze it. That's going to score another one on the error. New batter, first pitch. Swung on and hit foul, up in the air, strike 1. Out of play. 1-2. Right there, strike 3. Good pitch. Weston finally gets out of this inning. Let's go to the bottom of the third. Brody steps in, first pitch. Down low, ball 1. 2-0. Swung on, hit well in the air. Going for it is left field, and he does make the catch. Nice play, 48. That's 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Ryan. Right there, strike 1. 2-2. Swung on. Did he go? He did go. That is strike 3. 2 outs. All right, Hudson steps in now. Nobody on. First pitch is up and in, ball 1. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 2-0. What? I think he said 1-1. 1-1. Up and in again. Ball. All right, so this umpire's confused. But Hudson hits a good one to right field. And it's foul, darn it. So what I was saying is, the umpire said the first pitch was a strike. I'll show that again right now. Because when I panned over here, this guy said he didn't go, and then he said 1-1, and I was like, oh, I guess he said he did go. But now I've heard the conversation. He didn't go. He called the first one a strike anyway. I think he's confused, but we got a 2-2. Off the plate. Maybe that was a makeup call. I don't know. 3-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Backhanded by third, thrown over to first, and picked out. And he is out there. Dang. So that is 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to the top of the 4th. Okay, we got top of the 4th here. Weston still pitching. First pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground. Ryan picks it up. And Weston covers. And he's safe. Wow, all right. Here's the first pitch. Outside ball. Forrest is catching now. That's a balk. 1-0. Yep, that is a balk. He shifted his shoulders there. So they're going to take second base on that. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground towards LJ, who boots it off his glove. He runs to go get it. They're going to take third base as Hudson comes to cover. So that error is going to give him another hit. Not hit, but another runner on base. And we got first and third. Brody into pitch. First pitch over the batter's head. Force goes, gets it. And runner from first is going to take second base. 2-0. Swung on, hit on the ground to Hudson. And he goes to second like there was somebody coming, but there wasn't. That is an out, though. Here we go. One out now, first and third. First pitch. Right there, strike one, off Forrest's glove. And they don't take second. Oh, they can't take second base. It's not first and third. It's just a runner at third. We got the out at first. My bad. 3-1. Off the plate ball. Back pick. And he's back safely. All right, pitch. Down and in ball on the first pitch. And runner is going home. He's going to take it. 1-0. Swung on, hit to the right side. And that is going to get through. Declan picks it up. Throws for. And it's late. Run's going to score. So base hit from that young man. Scores another one. Nice swing, 45. New batter, first pitch. Down low, ball. 2-0. Swung on, hit on the ground to Hudson, who fields it, throws one, and it's going to be late on the softly hit ground ball. Nice try. Here we go. My bad, they actually called him out at first. I thought he was safe. That's 2 outs. Good play, Hudson. New batter, first pitch. Swung on up the middle. That is going to get through. Liam throws 4. They're going to hold up at 3. All right. We got second and third now, 2 outs. They weren't ready. Wow, okay, I guess they were ready, and they're going to call that a balk. I thought Brody stepped off because the ump was standing up and hadn't pointed at him. New batter, first pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, high. And it's down behind Isaiah. And that's going to score another run on the high pop fly. Somebody's got to get there and catch it. But it's down. New batter, first pitch coming up. Here it is. Swung on, hit in the air to Declan in right field. And he does make the catch. Gosh, I thought he dropped it for a second there. All right, Forrest steps in. First pitch to him is swung on, fouled right into the umpire's chest guard. Strike 1. 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. And it gets underneath the second baseman's glove. That was played weird. So Forrest is going to get on base there. Here we go. That brings up my 10-year-old son, Rocco. Let's go, son. First pitch to him. Swung on and missed on the hand. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Up high ball. 1-1 pitch. Down and away ball. They pick and Forrest is back safely. 2-1. Swung on, hit in the air. And that's going to fall in front of, and they're going to be safe there. It falls in front of the center fielder, so Rocco's got a base hit. Good job, Rocco. Forrest has got to go in hard sliding there, but he made it, so we're okay. And that brings up Declan. First pitch. Swung on and hit foul out of play. Strike 1. That's a balk. Okay. So we're going to take second and third now. Here we go. 1-2. Right there. Strike 3. Punches him out. That's 1 down. Ivan steps in now. Second and third with 1 out. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 3-2. Inside. Ball 4. Great at bat, Ivan. Way to work a walk. We got bases juiced. All right. Liam steps in now. Bases loaded. 1 out. First pitch. Ball out. 2-0. Swung on, chopped. Back to the pitcher. They're going to throw home. Look for the double play. And he's safe. So they cut off the run at home. But it's 2 outs. Way to get down the line, Liam. Prevent the double play. Here we go. All right. LJ steps in now with 2 outs and bases loaded. First pitch. Outside ball 1. 2-0. Swung on, hit on the ground. Oh no. Fielded at shortstop, thrown to first, and he is going to be out. So Covina gets out of it and prevents LMB from scoring any runs there. And that is going to be the ball game. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget, hey, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, help us out. Click that subscribe button. We got a lot of viewers who haven't joined the family yet. Please do help us out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave us a comment as well. We love reading them. We love answering them. And we'll see you guys next time. We got a second bracket play game tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.